Hi guys. It's been a minute. I actually was thinking about um, doing a video the other day, and I got some requests. I was so ecstatic and happy. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Seriously?" And so here I am, and I know that I keep telling y'all that I'm gonna do a beauty one, and I almost did. I almost did this weekend. I was doing one of my crazy things to my hair. I did a mask, a hair conditioning mask that I know, I know that at least one of these ingredients have been on your head at least once in your lifetime. So don't judge. If you got Spanish hair, you try this. So I was gonna record that this weekend. It had, what did it have? It had the avocado. You haven't tried it, really? Yeah, I know you have. It had olive oil. It had an egg for the protein. It had, what else did it have? It had a banana, and it had honey. And it didn't have the mayonnaise because I forgot about that. Yeah, I know. I gave you an idea. Anyways, I was gonna record it, and then the kids were here, and it was gonna take too long, and I was like, yeah, okay, next time. But needless to say, I missed you guys. I am praying everybody's okay. All the kids are back to school. Everything's back to normal. And yes, everything's back to normal in the house. Everybody's going to bed early and all that good stuff. Although it's more work for me this year because I have one in high school, one in middle school, one and the twins are still in elementary school. So I have all these trips to make, and then my son's a band. I gotta take him to school earlier. I mean, it's a mess for me, but I don't mind. But since we're in the subject of getting back into the routine, my video is going to be about something opposite, and it's about changes. How do we deal with changes? When changes come into our lives, how do we embrace changes? What do we do with changes? When you're used to something, when you're used to a routine, when you're used to a place, when you're used to a job, when you're used to a relationship, when you're used to whatever it is, and then a change happens. Whether it's a small change, whether it's a big change, change is change. So how do we deal with it? How do we embrace change? And I've gone through so many changes this past few months. And I'm like, Lord, I know you have something coming. He's always working behind the scenes. He's always working behind closed doors in my behalf. He always is. I believe it. So anything that comes to my life, I know he had already planned. But there has been so many changes in this past few months that I've sat down and I'm like, wow, Lord, you are really taking me to a different place, a different season in my life. And I don't see it yet clearly. What is he trying to do? But I know he's trying to do something because too many changes. There was a change at my job, a drastic change after being 6 years at the office. But, and now there was a few changes. Now there's a big change that's coming on that I'll tell you about later. But meanwhile, through all these changes, I'm like, Lord, teach me how to embrace it. Teach me how to be excited about it. Teach me how to be hopeful through these changes and not get scared. Because for a minute there, I was scared. For a minute there, I was shaken. For a minute there, I was like, Lord, what do I do? So I was going in the Bible and I'm like, Lord, speak to me. Where do I hang on from here? And all of a sudden, my sister Ruth came to mind. And if anybody went through change, homegirl went through change, Ruth. She left her land. She left her family to follow her mother-in-law to her land. A land where she knew nobody. A land where she was not used to the customs of. She just got up and changed and left, and that is embracing a change. She's like, no, 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 don't tell me to stay, Naomi. Don't tell me to stay. Where you go, I'm gonna go. Your God will be my God. Ain't no way I'm staying here. I'm going with you. One more of a change than that. And she got to this land, and she was blessed almost instantly. There was nothing lacking. There was nothing missing in this change. She was actually in a better place. She was actually well above next level. How can I put it? She was just in a better place than what she was before the change. So in all this that you might be going through, in all these changes, whatever it is, the little one, the big ones, the unseen ones, the ones that we were expecting, whatever change it is that might question you, that might shake you a little, that might scare you a little, just know and be sure that God is working behind closed doors. I've always said it, everything will work out for our good, for those of us that love God. So when the Lord, that's the funny thing about my God. He's funny like this. Some changes he lets you think about. Let's soak in, like this one I'm going to tell you about. Not today. I'm soaking it in little by little. Or there's some changes where he just pushes you. He's like, yeah, you need to change. If I don't push you out, you're not going to get out. You're too comfortable here. You're too used to this. So, you know what? Here's a little push. Get out of here. There's a change coming. Because there's a better place I want you at. A more comfortable place. You ain't got to be so stressed here. You ain't got to be going crazy here. You ain't got to be going through headaches here. So, whether you want it or not, there's a change coming. And then there's some that he lets you know ahead of time. But whatever the change is that you're going through right now, just know that nothing's going to separate you from the love of God. No matter what the changes. All things work for the good of you. What do you got to lose? Embrace the change. Get excited. It's a new beginning. It's a new day. I love you guys. I am glad I'm back. I hope this has blessed somebody. I will try not to let it go again this much time. Again, thank you for being there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it. Okay? Bye, guys.